Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I'm going to give you the solutions to this truncated cone water glass problem. Okay, so number 36 here. Okay, so we have this diagram. The first part of it asks for an explanation as to why the two bases have to be parallel in order to find the height of the cone. So I wrote it down here in blue. Okay, if the base of the glass is parallel to the top of the glass, then you can form similar triangles. And you can use a proportion to find the height of the smaller triangle and then add that to the height of the glass, and that'll give you the height of the big cone. Without similar triangles, you cannot build a proportion. So that would be a good explanation as to why they have to be parallel. Because you'll remember when we have a triangle that looks like this, okay, and we have any segment that's parallel to it, okay, we know that the big triangle is similar to the small triangle. It's the same idea with this. Okay, so I'm going to show you the same thing in the second part of the question down here. All right, so I redrew the cone and I sliced the cone in half because what they gave us was the two diameters. They gave us the top diameter of 3 and the diameter of the bottom of the glass was 2. So if I slice that into kind of a two-dimensional triangle, okay, I get a radius of 1.5. That would be this top side of the triangle, and a radius of 1 for the bottom of the glass. Okay, so now we have similar triangles. So I can build a proportion. I'm going to build it just like we did in class, big over large. Big over small. Let me erase that. Big over small. Okay, so one side of the big triangle is 1.5 over its corresponding side in the smaller triangle would be 1, equals one side of the big triangle, this side would be x plus 5, over its corresponding side in the small triangle is x. Okay, so when we cross multiply, we get 1.5x equals x plus 5. Subtract x from both sides, you get 0.5x equals 5. Divide both sides by 0.5, and you're going to get that x equals 10. That's this piece, making the height of the entire cone height of 15. Okay, so that's how you do that using these similar triangles. Okay, and gets back to the explanation for the first part. Since these are parallel, that's what gives us those similar triangles and allows us to make that proportion. If this bottom piece down here was not parallel, we wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, now to determine the height and the volume of the water glass, I'm going to erase some of this to make some room. Okay, then we have to find the height of the big cone, subtract the height of the smaller cone, and then we would have the volume of the glass. Subtract the volumes of those. So the volume of the big cone equals 1/3 pi r is 1.5 squared. Pi r squared, that's the area of the circle. 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay, which that would give us a number. If you put all that into the calculator, it's going to give you 35.342. Okay, and the volume of the small cone is going to be 1/3 pi. Now that radius is 1 squared times its height, which was 10. And all of that would give you a number of 10.472. So we subtract them. 35.342 minus 10.472 is going to give us 24.87, I believe, something like that. Which rounds to 24.9. That would be the volume, and that would be cubic inches. All right, so that's it. So that's the solution to that one. All right, see you next time.